the power is out. There's like zero reason that I could see for the power to be out, but it's out. I was like mid house reno. Out. Well, that definitely throws a wrench into the plans for the day. So, okay, fire on. At least we'll still have a warm house when we get back. Best way to waste time, tire out your dog. You forgot to put earrings in.
Okay, let's go home.
It's worth noting that those arrival noises, those are not unique to this location. That's when we pull in and basically slow down anywhere that isn't the house. It just loses it. Look, Norton, someone did bike here. I'm honestly glad it wasn't me. Push, push, push. Nicely done.
You hate the beach.
I know, I do hate the beach. There's a small cliff forming here. Jump down it, Norton.
Taller than you?
Come. Come on. Nicely done. Back down. Oh, one boot. We're missing a boot.
Dog photography. Say dog photography.
He went in the water.
Does it feel good?
All right. Let's go see if we have power. Power's back. All right. Thankfully, power is back on our side, so I can continue on with what I had planned on doing this morning before it warmed up in here. Heat's been on for a little while. We're not going to freeze to death, and I can try and deal with this, which has been a point of contention for a lot of you in the comments since I put it up. This red Spindat logo I had hand painted on, I don't know, probably like a year ago now, and I painted it on with Tremclad Rust paint in gloss fire red. It is here to revive and protect, which I think it did. I think it did do that to the wall, but one unintended consequence of that is when I use a light like this pointed directly at it. Ooh, look at that flare, which is owned by my very good friend Nicole. It results in this pretty annoying glare that, as I said, a lot of you love to mention in the comments. I've done my best, I think, to ignore and just brush off those comments, but yesterday, my sister-in-law, Michelle, literally took a screenshot and said, "You need to fix this, it annoys me, time to redo." Okay, I can handle regular viewers of the vlog who like would watch a lot and like maybe pay attention to be like, that's something they noticed. But for Michelle, who I just assume puts the videos on in the background and like puts it on mute and like clicks through just to be nice and supportive. Okay, maybe this is a bigger deal than I'm giving it credit. So, it's obviously not that big of a deal. I'm just telling you all this stuff to roll the story along. I've got 3 options lined up behind me that range from wildly non-destructive to like slightly more destructive, and they are as follows. Hand sanitizer, Scotch-Brite pads, straight up sandpaper. Now my original idea was just to go straight to light sandpaper. Angela looked this up online and learned that glossy paint that's on drywall can be matted or flattened by using hand sanitizer. I have zero faith in this because that is metal paint, not drywall house paint. So I expect it to fail immediately. And then we'll jump to the Scotch-Brite pad, the one Scotch-Brite pad I have, and hope that it can maybe knock down some of the shine and flatten it a little bit so that when a light is pointed towards it, it's not so reflective. And then when that inevitably also fails, I'll give it a quick run over with some some fairly fine sandpaper and see if it can keep it from being absolutely destroyed and looking like total garbage. If I'm honest about my expectations, it's that this will just be kind of flat and not completely and utterly ruined, like that I have to completely redo it. The reality, this is the article that Angela looked up right here. It says, rub gloss. So there's a lot of shine right there. It did succeed in taking some of the lipstick off. As expected, attempt 1 with the paper towel and hand sanitizer had zero effect. If anything, it basically just cleaned it to the point that it became even shinier. Anyway, on to attempt 2, which I also don't expect to work very much, but it is considerably less destructive than sandpaper. Scotch-Brite pads. No real notable difference, though it did rough up some of the surface a little bit. Okay, got some 350 grit, extra fine, extra fino. Let's see if we can keep from ruining this thing. Obviously, that did not work and did not succeed in the matte finish that I was hoping or looking for or going for or needing. It started to kind of burn through the paint at some point. So decided to just pump the brakes for a second there. There is one more option that I can take on, but it's going to involve getting up early tomorrow morning, going and getting red house paint, finishing it, and then pretending like it's still today and saying that I had the paint the whole time. Maybe I'll try that. So, yep, definitely yes, completely still the same day. Thankfully, I have this flat, vibrant red paint that'll just be like the final step for removing all the glare that stupid, glossy Spindat red logo has been giving for the last, I'm gonna say, year. All right, glare, goodbye. I'm not quite sure that this red is exactly right, but it'll have to do. It's gonna take a few coats. Okay, I've got an absurd amount of paint up here. The red doesn't look bad now that it's layered on top of the like very vibrant fire engine red that was there. I think once this dries, it's gonna look okay. Obviously, all this insane amount of wet paint that's on here right now still has quite a bit of glare. By the end of this video, it should be a nice flat finish that does not reflect whatsoever. So I've got the heater pointed directly at the paint, hopefully speeding up the process of dry time. Hey! That looks all right. And no glare. Admittedly, Angela and I came in here like 2 or 3 hours ago to have a look. I was satisfied with how it turned out. It was all messed up, and you could see all the brush strokes. And there's a bunch of dark spots. Like, see some of these dark spots. That was like prevalent. It was everywhere. But Angela was just like, I can't even let you just leave this like this. We need to do another coat. So we did. It might have been the right choice. It's fixed!